Hello and welcome to this week's Monday check-in. So I definitely have some different things on this list. Sorry, there's an airplane if you can hear that, I apologize. But just kind of, some of these things are tentative. So let's go through them and see how it's going. So as a student, I want to try to read 5 pieces from my proposal list. If you recall, this is the list of reading materials I generated as a result of my dissertation proposal meeting. I want to try to read 5 of those, so 1 a day. As a scholar, I want to revise my narrativism chapter and begin working on a paper I wrote for Brian. I recently got comments back on this. As a girlfriend, we need to figure out what we're doing this weekend. As a daughter, I need to go with my father to a doctor's appointment because I don't like the way the doctors are handling his issues, so I'm going to go. There isn't anything really pressing this week as a philosophy citizen. As a graduate orientation ambassador, I have we have a big meeting to go to. And then as a teacher, I want to prep 4 classes. So let's just look at this breakdown. Here are the 5 from the proposal list that I actually want to, the specific ones I want to go through. These are just the authors, and then I have another piece of paper in my planner which lists the details of like which specific piece to read from these people. I want to work on revising the qualifying paper. That's the paper I wrote for Brian. I need to take my advisor's comments, put them into list form. I want to print the paper and mark it up by hand, like check for the problems I see, like highlight the kinds of issues that my advisor was telling me to consider. And then I want to integrate the revisions. I'm not sure right now if I'm going to get to all of this week. This is a lower priority than this one down here, which is revise the second half of the narrativism chapter, send to Jeff. This is a chapter of my dissertation. This is the top thing for me to get done this week, even though it's falling down here. So if nothing gets done on Brian, I'm not going to be super shocked. It's just, I don't know how easy this is going to do. As of right now, I haven't actually looked at my writing since before the trip to Poland, but based on how I remember the piece going, the first half is pretty much under control. I've done a lot of the setup. I just need to integrate some of my newer ideas into the second half. So I'm expecting this not to take a ton of time, but like I said, I haven't actually looked at it, so I could be wrong about that. Okay, so those are the like researchy things I gotta do for my for my job market prep. I want to revise my teaching statement. I wrote one that I had some people look at. At this moment, I think I'm gonna revise that. But before I revise it, I wanna review this book called The Professor is In, which has some concrete advice about how to do teaching statements. And so I wanna reread that, because I've been through that whole book, but it wasn't for a while now, and since I'm going to be on the job market more, not this round, but next round, I want to reread that anyways. And then I need to integrate the feedback I got from the event with Megan. So that's on the list. And then for class prep, pretty straightforward. I just want to prep 4 classes, right? This involves, I've been through it before, but basically it involves the creating the PowerPoint, coming up with the writing assignment associated with that class, and coming up with the activity that's going to take up most of the class time. And then other things I'd like to do is work on the Poland insert. I use a traveler's notebook when I travel. It's not handy, otherwise I would show it to you. But I always have an insert when I travel, and I like to kind of journal and write about my experiences. But I didn't get to journal a lot. Conferences, it's kind of hard to do this for. So I'd like to go back and work in that a little bit. And then I also need to do the expense report for the trip because I need to be reimbursed. But I have to decide, I have a couple different funding sources. So I need to decide like what parts of the trip are going to be funded by this source versus that source. So there you go, that's this week. I don't know exactly how intact it's going to be. I came up with this list without consulting a lot of my materials. So it might change a lot, it might not change. We are just going to have to play it by ear. So I will see you guys at the end of the week and let you know how it went. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.